Okay, here's the guy who's looking for you. 5 minutes, and I want you back on the job, Landry.
Hey, thanks, George. Well, you're about the last person I expected. What's wrong? It's not an Emma.
No, it's nothing like that. I know Lily's been coming to see you lately when she's been upset. I was just wondering if she's been here this morning.
Why? What's happened?
I can't waste time explaining, but she's not at the farm, and I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I thought she went to Lucinda's. I thought you went there to patch things up with her.
I did, but it didn't work out that way. Look, if she calls here, just find out where she is, and I'll call back later.
So fast. I want to know what this is about.
I can't waste time. I have to find her.
Well, find the time. I want to know what this is about, or you're not going to get within 1 foot of her.
The emergency room, we can wait here for somebody, okay?
Oh, look, it's not an emergency.
Well, it sure looks like one. Well, it's a good thing we ran into you. What happened?
Holden. He went crazy. He came in and just started swinging.
Holden did this to you? I think this is my fault. Why? Well, I ran into Holden earlier, and I was trying to tell him how he was really hurting Lily, and I sort of said that she had spent the night at the stables. He ran out before I could finish, and I felt terrible. Well, Meg, why don't you go get somebody to help him? Yeah, Jordan Brewster's on duty. I'll go get him. Do you want to go sit down?
No. But I'm starting to think Holden did me a favor.
Why?
It's almost worth it to get all this attention from you.
Darling, I don't have to give it any more thought at all. I have told you repeatedly, I want your detectives working on the background check for Kirk. And I am still cross at you, still very cross at you, that you put the search for Iva Snyder's parents ahead of my needs.
Lucinda, you know that I don't approve of what you're doing. Kirk does his job. What do you care about his past personal life?
Darling, I've had my suspicions about him before. If he is really enamored of Iva Snyder, then my suspicions are doubled. I want them to look into every nook and cranny in his life, and particularly, let's get into the Adelaide Fitzgibbon stuff.
Well, you know already that she gave him his first big business break. It's common knowledge that they were living together. Isn't that enough?
No, darling. There might be other secret Adelaides, or indeed secret Ivas. I need to know these things. I need information. It'll come in handy in case Kirk's lust for profit turns into lust for power around here. And I think you know what I'm talking about. I need a new ad agency for Simply Barbara, and Kirk agrees with me.
What?
So when you get here, we'll talk about it, all right, darling? Bye.
Oh.
Well, did you find Jane, or did Jane find you?
No.
She's wandering around like a shade in Hades with the Morley and Watson contract. Still wallowing in melancholia because he was turned down. Marriage proposal. Never mind, darling. She'll be back.
Yeah, well, it may not matter by then.
Well, I certainly hope it doesn't. I worry about you.
Adelaide. Hi, it's Kirk. Well, not so good, really. I need to talk to you, badly.
This is the Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns.
And after I saw Lily at the stables with Spence, after what Maggie said, I completely lost it. I tore into him without letting neither one of them explain. That's when Lily ran off and she said she never wanted to see me again. And by the time I got up to the house, she'd already taken off.
If you don't know Lily well enough to think that she'd go off and sleep with another guy just because you had an argument, then you really don't know Lily. And that has got to be the root of what your problem is.
Look, I'm not proud of what happened, but I'm not gonna stand here and make excuses to someone who did what you...
Hey, you hold it right there. Your attitude about me hasn't helped your situation with Lily either, has it? How do you think she feels that you flip off the handle every time she so much as talks to another guy, even her own father?
This isn't helping me find Lily.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. If she doesn't want to see you again, then maybe you should leave it right there.
No, I can't. Look, I'm afraid that she might have run off like she did last summer.
Well, if she does, you're not going to be the one to go for her this time.
Josh, look, I know that I've hurt her. And I hate myself for it, but you gotta believe me. I love her more than anything else in this world. And I just want one more chance to try and explain to her that I'll do anything if she'll let me make things right with her. Please. And if she tells me to get lost, I'll get lost.
Let's go, Landry.
I need a favor, boss. Can you give me a couple of hours? It's a family emergency. It's about my daughter.
Well, if that's serious, what can I say? Get back as soon as you can.
All right, thanks. Thanks. Well, come on, let's go find her, all right?
That's all I know. Lily took off and Holden went after her. Did he find her? I didn't see either of them when I left to come here.
Spence Davies, this is Dr. Brewster, one of our ACE residents.
No more, little lady. Full staff physician now. The dream of every single girl's mother.
Too bad it's only the mothers.
Okay, where does it hurt?
Just about everywhere.
Okay, come on, let's get you in this chair. Let's go.
No, I don't need that.
Come on, climb in. It's the faster route to an examining room. We want to take some x-rays of these ribs. Take it easy. There you go. Okay. All right, follow me.
Spence, I'll be here when you get out, okay? What are you looking at me like that for?
I was just thinking about what I saw when I first came in here.
Bo, please don't start with all that again, okay?
No. All I was going to say is it reminded me the first time I met you. How friendly and caring you were when I came in here with my own cuts and bruises. That's all I was going to say. Except that I missed you. Even one day away from you was way too much.
I know, I missed you too. So tell me how Chicago was and how the manager was and everything.
Okay, how about over some coffee?
Well, I kind of want to be here and see how he is when he gets back.
Okay. I guess I should call your Aunt Lucinda's first and see if Lily's okay.
Really glad I got a chance to talk to you, Adelaide. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about Lenore. I'm just going to have to figure something out. Yeah. Hey, look, is there any chance you could plan a trip to Oakdale? Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. But look, I want to keep it quiet. Right. Okay. Good. Well, I will talk to you soon. Yeah, I love you too. Bye.
I found Jane with the greatest of ease, and I found the Morley & Watson contract.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else, Lucinda?
Anything else? Yes, I want a new ad agency for Simply Barbara. When Ambrose gets here, he's on the way now. Tell him to start looking through the old contract. See if I can break it without any penalty. Are you listening to me, darling?
I am?
Oh, good. Because I've decided to kick you upstairs a bit when John comes home. I promised my husband that I'd give him my undivided attention. It's a good idea, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's all. No comment about the delegation of authority?
I think you're on the right track.
I think I'm on the right track, too. Now, we've got to get you on the right track. Oh, I'm so sorry that I don't give you the proper support. Could we please put romance on the back burner? Could we do what we do best? I bet you we could absorb a couple of companies for lunch. Who do we target? Where do we go first?
Please let me tell her that you're here. I'm sorry, Lucinda.
Oh, what is this?
It's Lily. We need your help.
No, I'm not going to disturb you. I just thought you might be ready for a refill. Oh, you aren't disturbing me. I am ready for a break. Ooh. Oh, dear, I hope the leaves aren't going to turn early because of the drought this year. Oh, they wouldn't dare, for heaven's sakes. They're going to be in all their glory just in time for your wedding. Oh. I told Barbara that I'd stop by the studio today and take a look at the sketch she's made for my dress.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Everything's exciting. But the most exciting thing is, really, Tom and Margo are going to be here together. I agree with you. I'll say it is exciting. Also, Betsy wasn't sure about what her schedule was going to be, but she said she'd do her best to be here.
Is she settled there now?
Well, I guess she's got another load to take up to Wisconsin. They're leaving tomorrow. And then they'll be pretty well settled in.
Well, Franny and Sabrina, now Betsy, all our girls are leaving the nest.
Don't remind me of it. Aren't you glad we still got Andy and Christopher so we can mother them?
Don't forget Bob.
No way.
Hey.
Oh, hi, sweetie. What are you doing home so early?
Morning classes only.
Oh, the glories of college.
That's right.
I'll come with you.
No, we have different schedules this year. I wanted to plant those tulip bulbs that you got. Would you mind if I did that?
Oh, lovely. No, I'll show you where they are.
Okay.
When you're finished, come see me.
Yes, ma'am. I guess I should tell you. I fell off the wagon while you were away. It might have been worse if Susan Stewart hadn't helped me through it.
Kim?
Well,
Hi.
Seth, hi.
Oh, I see you're working so well. I won't stay long.
Oh, don't be silly. Come sit down. Sit down. I want to hear. How did things go for you in New York?
Well, overall, I'd say it was a pretty positive experience, due in large part to Betsy's encouragement.
Well, she's not a bad one to have on your side.
No, she's not. She's the very best. I've got to go down and be with Holden during his divorce proceedings, but afterwards I'm going to go over to Betsy's and help pack up the last van load. Yeah, you're going to miss her, aren't you?
You bet your boots I am. Danny, too.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, it's only a little ways away, not far at all, really, and it's a great house right on a lake, and lots of kids in the area for Danny to play with.
I know. Betsy told me. It sounds like it's going to be just wonderful for them. I certainly hope so.
Yeah, me too. And you know, not very far away from there is a really cute little cabin off in the woods by itself that would be a really great place for me to do some writing if I ever decided to pursue a writing career. Oh, of course, I'm torn about my responsibility to Mama and the farm and all that. And if I did go, I wouldn't pressure Betsy in any way at all. In fact, I'd be very selfish about my writing time. She's not ready, I know, for any sort of deep involvement. I know that. But we'd be there for each other if we needed it. And maybe when we both get on an even keel again, we could see how things go.
Well, I have to say, that sounds reasonable and mature.
I think, I hope I've grown up a little in the last few months.
Good. Good for you.
Talk about a perfect September day.
Well, my
Hi, Sam.
Hello, how are you, boss?
Oh, the pleasure.
Well, it's such a gorgeous day. I thought I'd come home and have lunch with my gorgeous wife.
Well, I don't blame you one bit. I'll get out of your way. I got to run some errands before I see Holden.
Oh, now listen, you be sure and let us know what your plans are, okay?
I sure will. Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Crush me in your arms.
Sweetie, what did they put in your coffee at the hospital? And let me get some of it.
It was, hi, Mom. It was a phone call from Tom, and I wanted to come home and give you the news in person.
What news?
Well, Leanne doesn't know about this, so it has to be just between us for now. But Tom and Margo are coming home with something extra. Their newborn son.
Sure, I'm happy. Tom and Margo are not only together again, but they're coming home with the child that they've always wanted.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Are you playing hooky today or what?
No, neither of us are playing hooky. I don't have classes till this afternoon, and she had lunch in study hall in a row, so we came over here to drag you out of the office and take you to lunch.
Oh, what a terrific kid I spawned. But you're too late. I have to be here, and Hal's coming over with lunch, and Hank and I have work to do, and just
Right. We're just gonna have to put our bids in earlier next time, so you can check your calendar.
This is beautiful. Oh, that is your great-grandmother's wedding dress.
Oh, it's absolutely perfect. Has she seen this yet?
No, not yet. She's coming over later this afternoon.
Oh, I would love to see her reaction when she sees this. Paul, do you think we could pick her up? You know, because we have to drive by and get the notes from Andy.
I'm kind of hungry. What about lunch?
Okay, we can pick up a sandwich for you because I'm not hungry. I mean, I'm so anxious about my father and Margo coming home, and I'm really anxious to hear what important surprise they have.
Okay. Hey, Mom, where's Hank?
Oh, he's in the cutting room in the back. We're cutting a new fabric for an evening jacket, and he wants to make sure everything's okay before he leaves for the weekend.
He's going back to New York. You know, I wish you'd stop going back and forth and just stay here in Oakdale. I'm going to try to convince him to do that.
I think what you'd better do is get over and pick up Nancy if you're going to do that, because we have to get...
Yes,
You're right.
We're gone.
See you in a little while.
All right.
Hey, gang,
I know, I'm early. I just couldn't stay away.
Oh, you always going to treat me this way?
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. But there's a problem, you see.
But you have a meeting with Jess.
Yes.
She already told me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be the wonderful, understanding husband that you've come to depend on. I'm going to get us all some lunch.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You, Jess?
No,
wanna join
none
us?
for me. The atmosphere here is a little too heady for a single girl.
How about you, Hank? Can I get you a sandwich?
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Okay.
So look, Barbara, all I need is your signature on these contracts, and we can begin shipping Barbara Ryan originals to New York, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta.
I love it. I love it. Let me sign.
You know, maybe this would be a good time for us to have that talk you want her to have. I must admit, it's got me curious.
Hal's really excited about Tom and Margo coming back.
Yes, he is.
Well, that's one marriage saved. But in about an hour, I'm going to have to go through the proceedings to end one.
Ugh, what am I drinking coffee for anyway? I'm so wired up.
Listen, in a couple of hours, it's all going to be over.
I know. Thanks for being with me today. You're right. It started to sink in what you said before. I'm closing the door on a past mistake, and I'm opening a door to a new life.
You're lucky Jessica was able to get you that last-minute court date.
I know. She said that if we don't take care of it now, we're going to have to wait for a few months. I'm sure Holden is as anxious as I am to get this all over with.
Oh, that's cold.
Since you're being such a wonderful mother today, I will get you a fresh cup.
Why, thank you, darling.
My pleasure. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you got back, but I had to go help with a patient. Did you call Aunt Lucinda's? Was Lily there?
She wasn't there. I tried to ask without alarming anybody.
Well, I'm sure Holden's caught up with her by now. Yeah, I guess. Hi. Hi. How's Spence? Have you heard?
Well, he's still with Jordan. I called Josh to see if he'd heard from Lily, and he's not even there. Apparently, he's left work with Holden to go and look for Lily. I don't know when we'll hear from either one of them again.
I just don't even believe this. I just don't believe that you would have the nerve, you two, to come with this pitiful story and expect me to find Lily for you.
That was my idea to come and see you. I know that you loaned Lily your jet to go and see Holden in Chicago, so I thought maybe you'd come around to accepting and supporting her feelings.
Oh, Mr. Landry, I know you've had extensive psychotherapy, but I don't think that you have any understanding of my relationship with my daughter. The two of you, it galls me to see you, You two men are responsible for everything that's wrong with my daughter.
Excuse me, why don't we call Iva? I'm sure she can probably
Iva's
find
got
Lily.
enough on her head without having to worry about it.
You two get out of here. You go back to Chicago to your Lang furniture heiress, and you know where you can go.
I'm
go
not
there.
leaving until I find Lily. I love her, which is something you still don't seem to understand.
No, I don't understand it, Holden. I don't understand a love between two young kids that it's so awful, no matter whether they're together or apart. And I know what's wrong with you. You're just an upstart with too much ambition for your britches.
Look who's talking. Lily's been second to your ambition all her life. That's why she hates business so much.
Can we cut this out? This isn't gonna help find Lily, all right?
He's right. We're wasting our
You're
time.
right. Get
She's
out
not
of here
gonna help
before
us.
I have security throw you out. That would give me a great pleasure.
Great.
Get out. This is an ironic and repulsive new alliance.
Jane said you might be grateful for an interruption.
Ambrose, what's the number of that detective agency you use?
555-3624. What the dickens is going on around here?
Yes, I'm calling for Lucinda Walsh. This is an emergency. What is the matter? Her daughter Lily is missing.
What?
Yes, I can. She just turned 19. What? She's about 5'4", very pretty. She has longish light brown hair, blue eyes, a nice figure. She could be driving a silver sports car with Illinois license plate LWS 823.
Well, the x-rays show a cracked rib, so you're going to be real sore for a while. Plus, with the beating your face took, I suggest you take it real easy. I recommend you find yourself...
I don't know. It's just the more I see of Spence, the less I can figure him out.
Yes, would you please have Rod Landry call Meg Reyes as soon as he gets in? R-E-Y-E-S. Yes, thank you.
Hi, Meg.
Emily.
Look, I overheard you talking in the cafeteria about Holden and Lily, and I wouldn't ask this of you, except I'm supposed to meet Holden for a divorce hearing, and I was just...
All you can think of is yourself. I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to get two people back together who really belong with each other.
I should have expected a reaction. She's always seen me and my family as a threat to a relationship with Lily.
Is she right?
Of course she's not right. Look, Lily's got enough love and loyalty to go around. Why can't she just trust her on it? You think it's the same with me, right?
Partly, but I don't think it's all your fault. You got a habit of flying off the handle every time somebody so much as looks at her. She has a habit of running off every time things don't go her way. You know what I'd like to do? Lock the two of you in a room together, and you'd be forced to talk things out without any distractions.
You just missed a call, Landry.
Was it my daughter?
No, it's from a Meg Reyes at Memorial Hospital. She seemed real anxious to talk to you. I hope it's not bad news about your daughter.
Yeah, me either. Thanks.
Everything's happened to Lily.
Nothing's gonna happen to her. Maybe she called Meg. Maybe she wanted to talk to her. I don't know. Yeah, Miller Brothers. Lily.
Whoops. Lily, it's Holden. Where are you?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Why did we get here right in time, huh, Leon?
No, he's joking, really.
Now, don't forget, I'm the one who insisted you stay for lunch.
And we're all glad that you did. Listen, Mom, I don't think it's a great idea for you to go to the loft in that sports car.
Now, Bob, if I'm old enough to get married, I'm old enough to ride in a sports car.
It's not a matter of age, it's a matter of comfort. It's low to the ground, it's built for 2 people, you'll be cramped.
I'm very flexible.
Well, actually, we kind of think of it as cozy.
I'm gonna do the dishes.
Honey, I mean, is anybody finished?
Yeah, give me...
I'm
sure they want...
Paul, let's help. Come on. What, you
Would you call that a gentle hint or what?
Oh, please. You're welcome to stay for lunch anytime.
Thanks.
What? Did you believe that?
Did anybody else have trouble not mentioning our new grandson?
It's hard to think of anything else.
What I can't believe is that you didn't ask what his name is, or how much he weighs, or when he was born.
I can't believe that neither Tom nor Margo mentioned those statistics.
It was a quick call. Besides, what could the name be other than Robert?
Or John.
Well, it's wonderful news, but it is puzzling.
Well, at least it gives us some idea of why Margo took off.
It does? How?
Well, remember, she wasn't as convinced as Tom that their marriage was going to work, and I guess when she found out she was pregnant, she felt trapped, and she panicked.
And maybe after 2 miscarriages, she was afraid she couldn't carry this baby to full term. And knowing how much Tom wanted a child, maybe she was afraid that their marriage couldn't survive another loss.
Oh, boy, I don't know why I kept these. You know, I have no idea why. You can have them if they'll help you.
Oh, thank you,
Last
Andy.
year history.
I'm going to need all the help I can get from history. I mean, Mr. Patelli really doesn't seem to like me very much.
I think that's just first day nerves. I mean, I can't see how anyone wouldn't like you.
Oh, that's nice thing to say.
Well, I think we should get going.
Oh,
You ready?
I just have to pick up my purse in the front hall.
Okay.
Mom, you better get a scarf for your head.
Oh, Mom, I wouldn't think of it. I want to feel a breeze in my hair.
That's the attitude.
Yes, thank you for lunch again.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, honey.
Bring this to you, gang.
Coming. Stop again. Bye.
Back to the tulips.
Okay, son. See you later.
You know, if he does okay with the tulips, maybe I'll turn over my tomatoes to him next year.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm going back to work.
I'll finish this.
I want to stop and see Christopher, inform him that he's now an uncle. I'm sure he can keep that secret until Tom and Margo come back. Well, I'll see you later, Grammy.
Grammy.
Hey, this has to work both ways, you know. It means that you got to come down to the station and have lunch with me. I can't guarantee my fellow officers are going to be as obliging and discreet in making themselves as scarce like Hank did. What does he want to talk to me about anyway?
Oh.
Said he didn't want to get into it while Jess was here.
I think I have an idea about that.
How about a clue?
Well,
Well, it is hot in that fitting room. Why don't we have somebody check the air conditioning system?
oh, I'll check the thermostat. I'll
I
be
can
right
do
back.
it.
I
Yeah.
can do it. I can do it.
You know what I think, Hank? I think she wanted us to be alone so we can talk, because I don't think she knows anything about thermostats. I'm sorry we got sidetracked before, because I kept on going on about Barbara and I planning a family.
Yeah, well, I hope you do. I think it'd be good for Paul.
I think pretty much any guy would like to have a kid of his own. Speaking of which, I think Iva Snyder would make a pretty wonderful mother.
Hal, that's all part of what I want to talk to you about. I can certainly understand wanting to father a child, but I will never have first-hand experience at that. I talked to Barbara in New York and told her how much I like and respect both of you, and since we all spend so much time together, I didn't want to go on feeling uncomfortable about certain subjects.
What subjects?
Like my relationship with Iva. We're very good friends, and hopefully we always will be, but that's as far as it'll go because I'm gay.
You don't mean happy gay, you mean gay. I don't know what to say. I'm surprised. I didn't know that. Why did you feel that you had to tell me this?
Well, for the reasons I just said. I'm not ashamed about who I am, but I know that there are some people who have certain built-in prejudices, and when I work and socialize with people I like a lot, I like to be honest with them so they can understand things like my trips to New York. I live with someone there. Iva was incredible when we talked it out, and, well, Barbara figured it out already, and since I'm so close to Paul, I thought...
You thought that I should know. Well,
yeah.
Hey, listen, look, it doesn't change the way that I feel about you, and I've known, I mean, it worked with some gay people, and I know that there's prejudice and there's some understanding, but I try to judge people on their characters, and in that department, you've always been pretty high in my book, and you will stay that way. Okay?
Good. Thanks.
Okay. As a matter of fact, you know what? Ha! I'm kind of relieved, because I was kind of worried about this good-looking guy here hanging around with my wife all night, and, you know.
Yeah, well, you better believe I love your wife, but you're right, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
I fixed it.
The bride has arrived.
Oh, that was the most exciting ride in Paul's
Wind blowing it.
Now, where is it?
Oh, hey, what's happening, man? How you doing? Sorry I missed you when I came over
I'm
before.
sorry I missed you too, guy.
No problem. How's it going?
Okay.
I don't even believe he's not here yet. You know, the ironic part is that Lily was between us while we were married, and now she is between us while I'm trying to get a damn divorce.
Oh, I thought you were over your hard feelings about Lily.
Well, I was until Meg lectured me this afternoon about my selfishness and all my...
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you don't have more on Mrs. Walsh's daughter, too. And I expect that to change soon.
Thank you, Kirk. Really, thank you. Your concern, it touches me greatly, although I would have preferred to do this without detectives myself. By the way, darling, how did you happen to commit Lily's license plate number to memory?
Lucinda, you have another visitor.
Oh, Spence. Come on in, Spence. My day for the T-shirt brigade.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mrs. Dixon, but I wondered if there was any word on Lily.
No, nothing on her. I heard everything about you. I heard about the fight. You okay?
Oh, the doctor said I was okay.
Oh, good.
But I promise you, nothing like that will ever happen down there again.
Well, I take your word for that, Spence. You know, you can take the rest of the day off, okay? In fact, you could move in to the big house in the servants' quarters, all right? And I'll have Jane come in and deal with whatever the expenses were at the hospital, okay? Kirk, join me and Ambrose in the boardroom, please.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Thanks, Mrs. Dixon.
That was a really bright move coming in here just now.
I only came in to find out about Lily.
No, your interest in Lily is too little and too late. Where was your interest last night when you had a golden opportunity in the stables and you blew it?
I told you before how I feel about that part of our deal.
Oh, right. Well, it's lucky for you that Lily's romance with Holden is on the skids in spite of you. Now, I want you there for her when we find her.
Well, what if I say no?
Well, then I may just have to blow the whistle on you and that poor little girl in South Dakota. And Miss Pam Wagner's going to be the first to hear about it.
Meg's been on the phone with Rob for some time now, and I can't tell whether it's good news or bad news. I just wish Holden had let Lily explain to him what had happened, just like she did to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I was the one that found Lily in Spence's bunk this morning.
Yeah, what were you doing there?
I was bringing him breakfast for Rosa.
Since when did you do Rose's work for her?
I volunteered, and don't get any ideas in your head. Listen, whether you like it or not, Spence could have taken advantage of Lily this morning easily, but he didn't. And that should mean something to you.
Maybe Spence didn't take advantage of Lily because he's already got his eye on somebody else.
So you never even got to talk to Lily?
No, she heard Holden's voice and hung up, and then he flew out the door, and I haven't heard from either one of them since.
I'm sorry you're going through all this.
Don't be. You're worried about other people enough for today. Why don't you take care of yourself, okay?
Okay. Be careful. Bye.
Planted every last one of those bulbs. Anything else you want me to do while I'm out there?
Honey, you are so ambitious today.
You said it.
Why don't you sit down and rest your bones and talk to your mom?
Okay. Sounds
Want
good.
some iced tea?
Yes, please.
You know, I've been thinking about the fact that she did have a drink while we were gone. And I admire you for telling me about it. But I get the feeling that you're still holding something back. I don't want to pressure you.
No, you're right. I think you're right. There is something. I'm just finally starting to see that part of growing up is knowing that you can't always get what you want. And sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself like I've done is wrong. But thank you. It's under control.
Hey, what are you thinking about?
How pretty my mother would have looked in a dress like this. Sometimes I stop and I think about the life I have now and the opportunities that my mother never knew.
You know your mom would be happy for you. Speaking of opportunities, let's get you back to school so you're not late.
Yes, I do not want to be late for Mr. Patelli's history class. Yes.
Patelli. Mrs. Hughes, your chariot awaits you below.
Thank you, Paul. It's a lovely dress.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Everything's so exciting, including Tom and Margo's coming home. And I know that there's going to be a big family celebration when they get here, so you and Hal keep your calendars open. And you too, Hank.
I'm sure we will. Bye-bye.
Oh, let me walk you down. I want to see how you all fit in fall sports.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bye, Hank.
Barbara Ryan.
Hi.
Hi, is this the man who just left me a few minutes ago?
Yes, it is, but I couldn't stand to be away from the sound of your voice.
You're going to spoil me.
Get used to it.
Did you and Hank have your talk?
Yeah, we sure did. I admire his honesty, but I've got to tell you, I'm a little worried about Paul.
What do you mean by that?
I didn't mean that the way that it sounded. What I mean is that Paul has kind of always looked up to Hank, and I'm
I'm afraid he might feel let down, disappointed, betrayed when he finds out.
I think Paul will be able to handle it.
I hope so. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to call you about. What I really wanted was your advice on a gift for Tom and Margo. I walked past this kid's store on my way out of there, and I thought maybe we could swing by there together after you finish work.
Well, I have to work late, but I guess I could meet you there.
Great. Did I tell you I love you?
Yes, you did, but I can't hear it often enough. I love you, too. Bye.
Tom and Margo have a wonderful little boy. The baby was premature, but otherwise, he's fine.
I'd like to take this opportunity to bring something up to your attention, mister.
Okay.
That all the time that you were in Chicago with this female manager,
I was.
probably gorgeous,
Yes.
slept overnight. Well, did I ask one suspicious question? Did I make one jealous remark?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Well, you're just a perfect person. That's all there is to it.
I am, thank you.
You are. You're completely trusting. And I love that about you, but it also worries me.
Uh-oh, I hear a Spence remark coming.
No. It's censored. So, will you meet me after work and come to the cellar with me?
Yeah, I'd love to. But I have to go home and change first, and I want to go see how Spence is doing. Don't look at me like that, okay? It's completely innocent, okay?
Okay.
Promise?
Okay. I'll see
See you later. Bye.
Oh, this day has been endless, and there's still no word on Lily.
Oh, Tonio called you. I didn't know where you were, but I took a message.
Oh, no. Now he's going to start hassling me. I'm just so sick of his suspicions. I hate jealousy. I hate Holden's. I hate Tonio's. It's so destructive.
Meg, can I ask you a question?
What?
Is there any reason for him to be jealous?
Honey, I'm sorry, but I've got to get back to work. I know. Do you want to get together later tonight?
No, I'm just going to spend a quiet evening by myself. Well, it's a good thing Holden showed up at the last minute.
I thought you'd be a little more up now that it's all over.
I know. I'm just drained. I'm relieved, but...
But what?
I wish Holden didn't leave so fast. I wanted to wish him luck in finding Lily. I feel sorry for the both of them.
Well, I'm glad I ran into you. You look great as usual.
Well, you don't look so bad yourself. You look pretty cheerful.
Well, thank you. That's because of Tom and Margo. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, I'm here to see Dr. Samuels.
I know it's been a rough day, but this isn't going to help you now. I know it myself because I did it when Sabrina left.
I felt a lot of things today. I just want to feel numb for a while, that's all. Don't worry, I won't get totally drunk. Listen, thanks for being here, but I know that you have things to do, and I know that Betsy's waiting for you.
She'll understand. I think I'll stick around for a while, drive you home when you feel like it.
It's funny, you know? Here I am with this great new business, free of Lucinda, free of Tonio, free of a marriage. It was a total mistake. And the one thing that's missing is the one thing that I went through hell for all along. Lily.
I have checked and rechecked this Watson-Morley contract thoroughly, and it's everything you said it was and more, and henceforth should be the model for all future agreements. Satisfied?
Oh, for now, yes.
Good. Any word on Lily?
No, but I'm not unduly concerned. I would never have called in the militia. This is a pattern. I wouldn't be surprised, darling, if She came to dinner tonight.
You whistled Dixie very well.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Kirk, your secretary wants you to know you have a long-distance call from Adelaide Fitzgibbons. Shall I have her transferred over here?
No. I'll take it in my office. I was just going to go back there. If you'll excuse me.
Jane, sit down. Man the telephone. Darling, I'm absolutely right to dig into his past. Adelaide, sure, I'll take it. Well, how long has she been calling him? How long has this been going on?
Well, I don't know. They're probably still friends. Well, you can't deny him personal phone calls.
Darn. I'm not monitoring his telephone line here. He could be giving her all kinds of Walsh secrets. Dusty is working for Fitzgibbon London. I mean, the plot thickens.
Lucinda, Dusty knows that his employment with you was only for the summer. And you told me yourself that he wanted to continue his education in London. No, I think you're barking up the wrong tree here. I suggest you drop your investigation.
Lucinda?
No, you take the call.
But Lucinda, it's Lily.
Oh, you see?
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.